welcome to my channel. This is the new moon reading for the new moon in Aries this Friday. New moons are a great time to set new intentions for the next 30 or so days. So what do you want to occur or see happen or manifest in the next 30 days? It also can be helpful to look at the sign that the moon is in for how you want to set your intentions. That way you kind of have a boost from the energy to get momentum and to make things happen, and help from the universe and from the astrology to receive your manifestations. It's just easier when you consider the energies at the time. I also like to ask our familiars, our cats and our dogs, for input. They are really in tune with energy. They act as our mirrors and our sponges, and they can really show us a lot, and they're really involved with us and our life, so they can have a lot of input and insight. So this will be a pick a card reading to see what intention you can set with your familiar's advice. I also, last new moon, posted a meditation, a guided meditation that you can do to receive insight or clarity from your familiar about the new moon and the energy involved and intentions that they want to see happen, intentions that they may have, and just as a way to connect with your familiar and the energy of this time. So the new moon is in Aries, and Aries is an innovator. Aries is fiery and passionate. Aries is action orientated and can be impatient or come off as a little bit aggressive. With Aries, you can create a lot of momentum. You can take action. And since Aries is so passionate, you can really take action on your passions and check if your life is in alignment with your authentic self, with who you really are, with your true authentic self, and your goals, your desires, your values. Are they in alignment with your feelings and your actions? Are you in alignment with your soul's mission? For this new moon, really think where in your life you maybe feel stagnant or stale, where energy isn't moving, where you haven't seen momentum or progress. Is there any area in your life that is kind of boring, where you want to see something happen, where you want to create change or take action in? Also think about your passions. Are you actively pursuing your passions? If you feel anger, frustration, or any sort of restlessness, you most likely are not actively pursuing your passions. And use that restlessness or that anger from Aries season and transform those feelings into excitement and energy to create momentum, to take action, to get things moving. And when you move towards your passions, it will be easier and you won't feel that anger or that frustration. It will be a lot smoother. Aries also challenges us to step out of our comfort zone. So this may be some action step that we can take to pursue our passions, and that action step is not in our comfort zone. So Aries encourages us, and we have the support with the energy to step outside of our comfort zone. So now I'm going to do a pick a card reading using the Dog and Cat Communication Tarot deck, which is a deck specifically designed for communicating with dogs and cats. I'll leave the information for that deck below if you're interested, but I'm going to ask our familiars, what is outside of our comfort zone for us? What's this action step outside of our comfort zone that they think we should take to help create momentum in our life in those areas that are feeling stale, that need some momentum and progress seen in, to help us receive our manifestation? So what does our familiar suggest an action that we can take that is outside of our comfort zone? So get in a comfortable position. I'm going to shuffle the cards and get in a meditative state. And pick a number from 1 to 3, and that will be your message. So what does our familiar want us to know about this new moon and our comfort zone? How can we step out of our comfort zone? Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. Group 1, your cards are the Knight of Bones and the Five of Balls. Group 1, your card, the Knight of Bones and the Five of Balls, is about creating harmony with you and with others, collaborating with others, working with others, and accepting differences and knowing that it's better to be different. And differences are good. If everyone was the same, life would be really boring. And there might be someone in your life that has a perspective on a situation that is important to you, and that perspective or that belief is different, and that really bothers you. Your familiar is reminding you to find common ground and to really strive for harmony. So you might have to step outside of your comfort zone to place yourself in the shoes or view a situation or belief or value from another person's perspective. Think about their unique background, experiences in life that have made them who they are. And everyone in the world has different stories, different experiences, different beliefs and backgrounds that help shape them who they are today and the actions that they take. And all you can do is really worry about yourself and be sure that you are true to who you are and your beliefs and your perspectives, and have firm boundaries and be able to communicate those boundaries with love and respect and compassion, and just strive for harmony even though there are these differences. Sometimes you need to step back, take a break, and consider the situation from many different angles. So this is your familiar telling you to step outside of your comfort zone and put yourself in a position or a perspective that is very different from your usual position and perspective. And this is relating to your goals and your passions and what you really strive for, what you really want. So maybe you have someone in your life telling you that what you want isn't possible. And instead of being angry and frustrated, consider why they may think that. And you know it's not true. You have your beliefs and that doesn't change. But you can have compassion and empathy and respect for someone else's beliefs. And that doesn't change you or your beliefs or your actions or what you are moving towards and what you are receiving. The Knight of Bones is all about having a purpose, which is exactly what this new moon is about. So this is really your familiar just pushing the fact that you need to go after your passions and pursue what you really desire, never mind what someone else thinks about it. You like to have a purpose. You like to have a reason for doing things. You like to know that what you are doing is important and it is appreciated. And your familiar is this way as well. They kind of like to know why they need to do certain things. Animals like to have a job. They like to have a purpose, a reason for living, even if this job is just loving you or comforting you or spending time with you. That is an important job to them. And your familiar is just reminding you of this and showing you that you have love and support. So I hope this helps you set your new moon intentions and you have an amazing next 30 or so days. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Group 2, your cards are the Seven of Hearts and the Four of Bones. Group 2, your card, the Four of Bones, is all about stability and security. You like, and your familiar likes, to know that they are supported and they have everything that they need right now. They have their food, their water, their toys, their bed, all their comforts. They're safe and they're secure, and they're protected and supported. But it's also important to not become possessive over these things. Don't cling on too tightly. Trust that you will always have them. You will always have these basic needs. You will always have your needs met. And the Seven of Hearts is your familiar reminding you to take the time to stop and reflect, to assess and consider all options or opinions or how everyone is going to be affected by a choice or an action that you take. So don't just rush into something. Take the time to stop and think about it and not just think, but feel into it. Your familiar with this card is saying that they are really connected to you and they feel what you feel. When you're happy, they're happy. When you're sad, they're sad. They try to lighten the load for you. They try to take some of your stress away and they take it on into themselves, which is something that our familiars do and animals do for us. And they're just letting you know that they're here for you and they're doing the best that they can. And they're thanking you for noticing when they're feeling down themselves and being there to always pick them up, cheer them up, and you try to improve their mood as well. It's a relationship. So for your new moon intention and stepping out of your comfort zone, your familiar is suggesting that you trust that this is something you will always have in your life, and maybe look for other people or loved ones in your life where you can have this kind of relationship and know that you are always supported and that you always will have this sort of relationship in your life. And for someone else in your life that you want to have this, take the time to work on it, grow on it. It's not always easy. Sometimes relationships take time to grow, and trust needs to be built, respect needs to be built, and really work on that. And that might make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, or it might make you feel uncomfortable to kind of let go and relax and just trust that no matter what happens, no matter what changes occur or what you do, an action or something that you're changing in your life, you will always have this support and this type of relationship. Your familiar is reminding you to just trust that there will always be enough. You will always have enough, you will always be supported, and what do you need to change internally to really believe that and know that that's the truth. And if you're not sure, your familiar just says, remember to step back, assess, reflect, let the answers come to you. Don't always be pushing so hard to find them or always trying to think your way out of things. Step back, just let them come to you. Don't always be chasing them. So your familiar is really just saying that there's not much you need to do. You don't need to cling on too tightly or be worried that you won't have the support or the friendships or the love or the relationships in your life that you are looking towards, that you will have them. And if you don't, let yourself receive them. Do something outside of your comfort zone that normally you wouldn't do, that will help you move towards those relationships that you have with your familiar and have them with other people, other loved ones in your life. And trust that there's no condition, that there's nothing you need to do or say. You are just the way you are right now. You are already enough. I hope that was helpful for you, group 2, and you have a great next 30 or so days for this lunar phase, and you set some intentions that help you pursue your passions and step outside of your comfort zone and make progress and momentum. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Group 3, your cards are the 2 of Bones and the 6 of Paws. Group 3, your card, the 2 of Bones and 6 of Paws, is your familiar saying that they really love routine and a schedule and stability and knowing what is going to happen next. And you probably like that too, or if it's not something that you feel you have a really good routine and a schedule, that's something that you can implement. These cards are also suggesting that although this is important and you enjoy this and it's something to strive for, you also need to be flexible and adaptable and be able to be willing to accept and receive change and go through change. Change is always going to occur. There's no way you can avoid it. But you can make change more enjoyable, more fun, more smooth, more harmonious. So although you have these routines and these schedules, or you're striving towards them, remember to also be flexible and adaptable within that schedule. So if something goes wrong or doesn't go the way you had planned, that's okay. The 6 of Paws is really about accepting change and being able to sustain harmony throughout transitions. So both of these cards have to do with change. and also being able to adapt and be flexible and remain calm during changes and things that are surprises and aren't expected, to remain calm and peaceful and just go with the flow, even though you have this path you want to take or these steps that you want to take or a schedule and a plan. That it's great and it's important to have that, because that creates your momentum and propels you forward and you know what action and steps to take. But there are going to be changes, there are going to be things that throw things off course, and your familiar just wants you to just go with the flow and remain peaceful and calm. Changes in routine and big life changes can be stressful for animals, and it's up to us to model calm and harmonious lifestyles and behaviors. So just keep that in mind, and if you are experiencing changes, which these cards suggest you are or you will be soon, or you're working towards a big change, to just remember to keep your inner peace and check in on your familiar every once in a while and make sure that they are calm, and if you are calm, they will be calm. If you are peaceful, they will be peaceful. And have fun with these changes. Bring joy into your life. Don't always be strict and needing to follow a certain path or schedule. Be adaptable and have fun with it. So this new moon, really think about how you can step out of your comfort zone by being a little more free, or maybe adapting to something a little bit differently instead of fighting against it. Just let those changes and transitions happen and adapt to them, even if they seem like they're going in a direction that you don't like. Trust that you have a plan and you have goals and desires, and you are still on that path. You're not being taken off the path. You're not missing out or losing something or wasting time. Trust in the process and the unfolding, and just enjoy it. Have fun with it. Keep your inner peace and keep your environment peaceful as well. Your familiar is also here supporting you and helping you remain calm. They're guiding you and loving you and encouraging you to keep that inner peace. And if you feel yourself feeling anxious or worried or unable to adapt to the changes, just tune into your familiar and they will help you out. I hope that helped you set your new moon intentions, and you have a great next 30 or so days, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.